Welcome back to Section 2 of World of the Arts. And now, instead of dealing with specific forms of art, visual arts, sculpture, architecture, music, theater, dance, what we're going to do is turn that all on its side and focus on different forms of art as they evolve through history, really in chronological order over the next two sections. Starting with Classicism and Humanism, which will be dealing with the ancient, a little bit of Egypt, the ancient Greeks, the Romans, and then moving ahead to the Renaissance, and then a little bit of transition between the Renaissance and what we will deal with under modern and contemporary. These sections will be a little bit longer. There's a little more material that we need to cover. Frequently, there'll be 20 to 30 videos in the playlist. Don't panic. We're covering a little bit less time, or there's a little bit less time that I'm dealing with in the videos here than what I would be doing in lecture in the classroom, because of course I don't have questions and discussions going on during the lecture. So what are we going to be dealing with this week? Well, we're going to start in the prehistoric very briefly to kind of get a feel for very, very early figurative sculptures. When I deal with sculpture in this section, Classicism and Humanism, I'm focusing primarily on sculptures of the human form. Then we move to ancient Egypt, where we will deal with a little bit of architecture and a little more sculpture, before dealing with the Greeks. And there we'll be dealing with not just architecture and sculpture, but also Greek theater. And we'll be adding these art forms as we can as we advance through history. So hopefully it's not too rough, you don't fall asleep, and everything works out. Make sure that you're taking some notes during the lecture material. And the reason for that is there's a quiz. So make sure that you take some notes. The quiz won't be difficult if you have those notes. Also, make sure that you're checking the weekly videos. If you haven't been, they're under Start Here on D2L. Otherwise, hopefully you enjoy the Greeks, the Egyptians, and the prehistoric world.